Howard Balzer, ESPN 101 in St. Louis. Talking about the matchup this Sunday. You got two teams that are scuffling a little bit, and some of your dynamic playmakers are not on the field. From a Rams perspective, what do you think the game plan is going to be? How are they going to attack the Browns?
Well, I think from attacking them offensively, it's going to be pretty much what they have been doing, and again, they moved the ball pretty well last week in the loss to Arizona, but once again they couldn't score touchdowns, and that's been a real problem. But Steven Jackson has rushed for 289 yards in the last 2 weeks, so certainly he's going to be a big part of it. They are getting Mark Clayton back, the receiver, this week, and he will be involved. No one knows really how much, but he will be involved in the offense. And Bradford's getting comfortable with Brandon Lloyd, who was just acquired in a trade. So they're going to run it. They're going to mix it around. They did lose Greg Salas to injury, who had been doing a really nice job as a slot receiver. So, but it'll still be pretty much a revolving around Steven Jackson. Defensively, they were much better the last couple of weeks than they were three games ago against Dallas, and they've only allowed 89 yards total rushing from running backs in the last 2 games. And so they feel, I'm sure, defensively that with the Browns having some real problems at that position, not having a lot of explosive guys on offense, that the defense can just do enough that the offense just scores enough points that they should be able to be successful.
Now, if you're the Browns, what are the kind of soft spots there as far as St. Louis is concerned? When you're talking about a game plan, where are they going to go?
Well, the biggest question with the Rams, which has been all year, is in the secondary, where they lost their 2 starting corners, and so that's hurt them. And so if you can pass the ball on the Rams, and you can do some things. They actually have played better last couple of weeks. Al Harris, a veteran guy, has gotten his legs out from under him, and he's played pretty solid. But you can throw the ball on this team if it's not long yardage in those difficult situations. And the Rams have done a pretty good job rushing the passer. They'll blitz and all those things. So from the Browns' standpoint, the biggest thing they have to be able to do is run the football. And if they're not able to, then they're going to get into some tough situations. And Chris Long has been rushing the passer well. Robert Quinn, a rookie, has started to come on with a sack in each of the last 2 games.
Is he out of North Carolina?
Yes, he's from North Carolina.
I liked him in the draft a lot. I thought whoever got him got a really high value pick.
Yeah, and so they can get after the passer a little bit, and so if you get into those long yardage situations, then you could have some issues. The Rams aren't great at takeaways. I thought that was one of their biggest issues last week, where they didn't have any against Arizona. But from the Browns' standpoint, I figure you got to get some big plays. Really, where the Rams' defense, really had some problems as they were losing. They were losing to a lot of great teams, really good teams. If you look at their schedule coming out, they all wondered, did the league have something against us? I mean, they played Philadelphia, they played the Giants, they played Baltimore, they played Washington, the only team with a losing record on their first 7 games. Then they played. Then the next 3 were against Green Bay, Dallas, and New Orleans. So that's a pretty tough way to open up your first 7 games. And they gave up a lot of big plays on that defense. They haven't the last 2 weeks, and the defense has played a lot better.
All right, Howard, I got to pin you down before I let you go. Give me your prediction of the score.
It's hard to. I think right now the Rams are probably a better team, and it's hard to pick them to win, especially after what they did against Arizona last week. But I think they're going to bounce back, and they'll win this game 17-10.
Okay, all right, a little bit of offense there. I think this is one of those games that the Browns can actually win. I have not picked them to win, I don't think, most of the year, but I like their chances to come out and steal one. So I'm going to go with the Browns on this one, and I'm going to go 20-17. All right?
And I'll tell you the wild card there, to score 20, the one thing we always leave for the end and sometimes don't even discuss is special teams. And that's really where the Rams lost the game last week. They had a winning field goal blocked as regulation ended. And then in the most inexplicable way, lost the game in overtime on a 99-yard punt return by Patrick Peterson. So certainly Josh Cribbs could be the wild card in this game on special teams. You know the Rams will be paying even more extra attention this week, knowing the way they lost last week. But that could be a wild card for the Browns. And Cribbs probably, if he can help the field position battle and give the Browns good field position, then that is something that could obviously benefit them a lot.
Thank you, Howard. Howard Balzer, ESPN 101 in St. Louis. We appreciate the interview, and we will talk to you again soon.
All right. Enjoyed it. Anytime.
Thanks. And real quick, we'll be checking in here, switching gears, and we'll be getting our favorite lady on the entire planet on with us. She's beautiful, she's talented, and she is the one and only Amanda John. How are you, dear?
I'm great. It's snowing where I am.
Where are you? This is like where in the world is Matt Lauer? Only it's the Amanda John. Last week it was Arizona. Where are you at now?
I'm in the very exotic location of Mayfield Heights.
Mayfield Heights, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I heard you're visiting one of your girlfriends. Is that true?
Yeah, we have dinner plans at 5. Usually, you have me at 4:20, so I made plans at 5 and at the dinner. So thank you for making room for me. Yeah. I think you're going to push me back a little further, so thank you. She's got a glass of wine waiting for me.
I'm sorry that we had to push it back as far as we did. Is she beautiful like you?